I'm no longer a slave to fear, for I am a child of God. Let's raise that loud, say. I'm no longer a slave to fear, for I am a child of God. Let's raise it out. Do better, but we'll never do it. Say we wanna see change, but we'll never wanna step into it. Like, let's put some feet to our faith, cause we get the life that we choose. I feel like we get it complacent. Time to go, keep it moving. Just do it. Just do it. Know that you can do it. Know that you can do it. Gotta keep it moving. Gotta keep it moving. Time to go, keep it moving. Wake up every day with the sun to face running gray. Knowing back before in your mind, should I go or should I stay? Time to see my places. The photo exchange is like is what you were really made for, made for. We were one to set the things out. Time to say goodbye to anxiety. All the fever thrown out away. Oh, never look back. What you say, what you gonna do, never look back. You just gotta do it. You say we can do that, but we'll never do it. You say you wanna see change, but we'll never wanna step into it. Like, let's put some feet to our faith, cause we get the life that we choose. I feel like we getting complacent. It's time to go, keep it moving. Just do it. Just do it. Know that you can do it. Know that you can do it. Gotta keep it moving. Gotta keep it moving. Yeah, yeah. Time to go, keep it moving. If you ever had a goal, ever had a dream that you thought of letting go, ain't nothing you should go after. I know what you're thinking. Cause you hard, how am I supposed to go that far? I don't even know where to start. How am I supposed to beat those odds, beat those odds? Made in his image, in his image. You got a vision, go and get it. You got a vision, go and get it. Go and get it. What you wanna do? Cause the only one stopping you is you. It's hard to believe right now. I'm telling you the truth, get to it. Just do it. Just do it. Know that you can do it. Know that you can do it. Gotta keep it moving. Gotta keep it moving. Yeah, yeah. Time to go, keep it moving. Just do it. Hey everybody, it's Jazz here on my YouTube channel, No Longer a Slave to Fear. I absolutely love that song, Just Do It by Evan and Eris, man. It's like really get you hyped, man, like pump song, like take that step of faith, man, like seriously. So I just want to share like just my faith walk lately with God, like faith walk, faith talk. That's what today is about. Just taking that step of faith and just sharing about it. So like recently God had me leave my job and just work at home, like with my businesses, Holy Cake Pops and Spirit Led Creations, and as well, I believe just to seek him more, like to be more in my word and to be more in his presence, and not have the distractions, because honestly a job can be a distraction if that's not where you are to be. And it's just so wild how everything just happened, but because I hadn't been there for that long. Like I literally started at Blue Cross in March, and July 31st was my last day, and prior to that I was working at a doctor's office because I'm a registered medical assistant, and I had been there almost 2 years, and God had me leave there to go to Blue Cross, and then go Blue Cross to home, and it's just like, well, you know, like what's really going on? And just being in the medical field and working with patients was something that I always had a passion for and always wanted to do. So it was like, you know, it took me 3 times to get to that point. Like the first time I went, like right out of high school, I dropped out. The second time I failed, and you know, a few years went past, and after I had Sophia, you know, I tried again. I went back and I passed, got my certification, got my degree, you know, excited, like ready, like let's do this type thing. And then God was like, leave that. You know, and it's so, I just registered because you got to register your to keep your certification, and I just had registered, and then like what, in June, and then a month later you're telling me to leave. Like, I just paid this $50 fee to re-register myself so I could keep my registered, you know, to continue to be a registered medical assistant, and now you talking about leave. I'm just like, man, but man, it's just, he knows, he knows. But I'm just so excited for what he's doing. And at first I wrestled with that thing for quite some time. One, because I still like live with my mom, like, and I still have bills. I got a daughter to take care of. I help my mom out with bills, and I didn't want her to feel like all the pressure was on her, and you know, I'm leaving everything on her. Like, I was just like, man, like, God, is this what you really like want me to do? And I was like, is this really you? And he just kept confirming that thing. Like, I'm talking about back-to-back confirmation, like, yes, go home, like this. And I'm just like, man, are you sure? Every time he confirmed it, he kept confirming it. And that morning when he told me, like, you need to put your 2-week notice in, I was like, you know, like, are you serious right now, type of thing. And then like a few hours later, he just confirmed it through one of my friends. She had sent us something in our group, and I was just like, man, like, this was for me. Like, you have no idea, like, this was for me right here, right now, in this moment. Like, I needed to hear that. And then she sent me the song Just Do It by Evan and Aries. Well, she sent it in the group, and I was just like, this is like, God is just like, he just keep confirming that thing. And I'm just like so excited, just so grateful for all that he is doing, like, for my businesses, like, seriously. And so yeah, and I was like kind of like hesitant to share with my mom, but you know, I shared with her, and I know, like, before, at the beginning of the year, if I came to her with anything like this, like, I'm about to, like, you know, God wants me to leave my job, she would have been like, you do what? You gonna do what? But it was none of that, like, none of that at all, like, that I thought would happen. Like, none of that happened at all. She was so receiving and just so excited, and she was just like, you know, just so encouraging, because I was like, man, Mom, like, I know I don't want, she's like, don't worry about none of that, you know, God got us and all this stuff. And I'm just like, you're right. And it just meant so much to me. And I told her that, like, it meant so much to me, her response, because you know, I didn't know what to expect. I honestly did not know what to expect. So just her response and just being there, and because she has sacrificed and done so much for me and Sophia, and it's like her response, God is gonna, you know, he's definitely absolutely gonna bless her for that, and has been, like, he has definitely you know, been in me and her's relationship, and has definitely been a restorer of me and her's relationship, because we have not always had the best relationship. It ain't been the worst, but it wasn't always the best. And so he is definitely still restoring our relationship, and I'm just so grateful to have a mom and a friend all in one, because, you know, not many people are blessed to have that. So I'm so truly grateful for her and for God, and just all that he is doing in our lives and in our home. I'm just so truly grateful. But so yeah, like, July 31st was my last day at Blue Cross, and I've been, you know, working, doing in my business, like making my cake pops, and
just launched my site for my shirt, which I'm going to post the link, and I'm going to definitely post the link. So check that out. But yeah, I just launched that on my birthday, August 11th. So I'm just excited for what God is doing, man. Like, I really am. And I know, like, yeah, he wants me to work more in those, but he definitely wants me to spend more time with him, be in his presence more, be in my word more, and not be distracted. So I'm just so grateful for that. And another thing was July 20th was when I done the photo shoot and all of that for Spirit-Led Creations. And I was sharing with my friends how, you know, I just feel like my glasses, like ever since, I've been wearing glasses since I've been in 4th grade. And I used to be able to see before, like I didn't have like the best vision, but I would be able to see without them. But it's like ever since years of wearing them, like my vision has gotten worse. It had gotten worse. And I was just sharing with them how I don't feel like I don't want to wear these glasses no more. Like, I don't need these glasses. And they were just saying, according to your faith, you don't need glasses. And they literally in the park at Riverfront Park, like prayed over me. Like, they took the dirt and like put it over my eyes, and it was just such a God moment. Like, I wasn't expecting none of that, but like, you know, and God knew like that was going to happen that day. Like, he knew that I was going to share, and that they were going, and all of that was going to transpire how it did. And I'm just so grateful, because it's like, according to my faith, I don't need no glasses. And people be asking me, where your glasses at? I don't need them. You got contacts? No, I just don't need my glasses no more. And I know they look at me crazy, but I don't care. Like, I don't care, because according to my faith, I don't need any glasses. And when we were standing in the parking lot, one of my friends asked me to read license plate, and I couldn't see it like at all. And you know, they prayed, and after all of that, and there was a sprinkler out there, water sprinkler, and I walked through the water sprinkler, you know, washed the dirt off, and just like washed my eyes like, you know, they were new, and just such an amazing moment. But so I walked through the sprinkler, and there was a sign. Before I done that, there was a sign there, and my friend was like, read that sign, and I read it. And I read the sign without my glasses, and she said, you know, this is the same distance you were before when I just asked you to read the license plate. And I was just like, man, like, I just like, you know, I just broke, like, because it's like, I'm like truly believing God that my vision has been restored. Like, I don't need no glasses. Like, because the glasses is honestly doing nothing but making my eyesight worse. Like, honestly, they were. And God, he can do it. Like, he is just so great. Like, he has done it. He has restored my vision 2020 without no bifocal spectacles, glasses, without none of that contacts, LASIK, eye surgery, none of that. Absolutely none of that. And I was sharing about last Tuesday, we had vision night at church, and I was sitting at the back of the church, and you know, they keep the words on the board and the scriptures and all that on the board, and I was sharing with my mom how, you know, yes, that was just an awesome night of God just speaking, but I was like in my own moment, like that whole time, like reading the words on that board, and I'm at the back of the church, and I could see those words clear as day. It's like I could see them clear, and then they'll fuzz out, and then I could see them clear, and then they'll fuzz out again. But it's like, in that moment, I was telling myself, I can read what the words are on that on the board, and I was reading them, and I was just like, man, you know, just like, man, just to be the one like, okay, this is happening to me, not reading or watching a video of it being someone else's testimony, but my own testimony, and just see God doing a thing, like, you know, and just me taking this faith walk with him, and just trusting him, you know, and just leaning on him and trusting him. Like, he's just so, words can't even explain, but he's just so awesome. And I'm just so grateful to be on this journey and to be on this faith walk. And I just been like, and everyone that's been coming to me, like sharing like testimonies, and it has been about their faith walk with God. Like, that's all I've been hearing is faith walk. And it's like, how can you, you know, truly show your love for Christ and you know, and truly have a relationship if you're not taking a step of faith? You know, if you're not walking out on faith, like, that's how we show God, like, that I trust you, like, I have no choice but to trust you, like, I'm leaning solely on you and only you, you know. It's so easy, like, it's pertaining to the job, to know, like, oh, you got a paycheck coming every week or every 2 weeks or every month, you know, but to be in a place where you don't know when you might next time you're going to receive any type of you know, finances or anything like that. And it's like, it's just like taking that step of faith, and you know, it's just, it ain't like, I'm not going to say like, oh, it's easy peaches and cream type thing, but it's so rewarding, like, and it's so worth it. Like, it builds your relationship deeper with Christ, and it stirs up something in you, because I know, like, me, man, like, this journey, like, these last few weeks has really stirred up something in me, and I'm just so excited just to be on this move of what God is doing. Like, it's gonna be so mind-blowing, like it already is, but I'm just so excited for what's to come and for what he is doing. And I just encourage you all just to take that step of faith. Just do it. Whatever it is that you feel like God is calling you to do, just do it. Stop letting things get in your way, causing you to be distracted. Stop settling. Stop living comfortable, but just take that step of faith and do it. It's so easy to live comfortable and, you know, be in your own little zone and things, you know, going in a way, you know, like everyday life the same, wake up every day, same routine. Like, you know, it's so easy to be in that same routine, but how about you do something different? Take a step of faith, man. Do something you ain't never done before. Do something that you think is impossible, but God is saying, with me, all things are possible. Like, so I encourage you to do that thing. Take that step of faith, man, and trust the Father. He's never gonna put us in a situation or call us to do anything where he ain't already know he already know the outcome, and he's not gonna put you in nothing and then, you know, and leave you there, you know. But I just encourage you, like, just do it. Take that step of faith. Trust the Father. Faith walk, faith talk, man. That's what the rest of this year is about. All things new, and absolutely all things new, and just faith walk, faith talk. And it's been faith walk, faith talk with Jasmine. But I just wanted to just share like what God is doing, man. Like, and then with my sister, like, she gave her life to Christ. She recently moved back home from Montana 2 months earlier than what she expected. At first we were told September, then we were like told August, then it ended up being June, actually 3 months early. It ended up being the end of June. She came home. She's been home for almost 2 months now, and just to see what God has done, like, just from her, from the beginning of her even coming here, like, he set all of that up. Like, she got accepted into the intern. She wasn't sure if she was going to get accepted into it, but she got accepted, and she's home, like, with the family. And just to see God just transforming and moving through her and what he's like doing in her. Like, she gave her life to Christ. She recently got baptized. We all got me, her, and mama all got baptized, and God is just so loving, man. He loves us so much. And that was one of the things that was spoken over Emily, that God loves her so much, and he sees that desire in her to go deeper in him. And I'm just so excited for what he is doing in her life and in our relationship as sisters as well. Like, we've always had a pretty knit type relationship, but just to have Christ in the center of it, I know it's gonna be better, you know. Like, we rarely got into fights and arguments growing up because we just always had that bond and that love. But just for God to just be in the middle of that relationship and just growing us closer together with him in the midst, man, I'm just so excited for what's to come for her and just our bond and our relationship, and just excited for all that God is doing. But he's definitely moving, and he's definitely doing only what he can do. Like, Jasmine can't take credit for nothing. Like, I can't take credit for nothing that God is doing in me, in the inside, and in my life on the outside. Like, but it starts within the inside of us first. Like, he has to work some things out in here before we can show it on the exterior. But I'm just so grateful for his love, and just so grateful for all that he continues to do, and just so grateful that he blesses me to be a blessing to others, man. And I was sharing a few days ago how, you know, I've always been the friend that's been like the giver and been over backwards for friends, and very, like, you know, never received that same type of thing, and then, you know, was taken advantage of and used and all this type stuff. But yet God still gives me a heart to want to give, and I know it's nobody but him, like, because he didn't allow me to just have a cold heart towards people. And yeah, I had trust. I dealt with trust and not being able to fully trust people, but never, you know, turned cold towards anyone. Always still had a warm heart, open, and, you know, to receive and to care for others and give to others. And I just thank God that despite me being taken advantage of and being used and all this stuff, that he just allowed me to just have a good heart, like, towards people and all this stuff. So I'm just grateful for that, and I'm just grateful for his love that he has for me, and just for him continuing to use me, you know, even though I might not have all the answers and might not always get it right, yet he continues to still use me to be a light and share testimonies and to bless other people. So I'm just so grateful for him and just for all that he's doing. But again, I just encourage you all to take that step of faith. Just do it. Just do it and trust the Father, man. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. And again, I'll post the link to the website on my YouTube page. And just continue to subscribe and like and share my videos. Again, I'm so grateful for the love of God and just for the move and just to be in the move, man. So exciting. I love y'all. Remember that we are women warriors of God. Have a blessed day. See y'all next time. Bye.